Yo, what's happening? This is Real to Real with Dev Deville, broadcasting live from the Sunshine State. How you feeling, big dog?
Hey, dog, I'm good, bro. I'm telling you what it is, man. It's the real deal, the true player for real, cuz of Deville, Dunbar, if you will. And I'm so glad I got a little small fan base, man. We on the rise, right?
Hey, man, we always on the rise, man. This is Real to Real, bro, and we handling business, bro. This is real, raw reality every time, and we giving it to them, man. I got people on my side. They loving it. They hearing. They say, Dale, let me be a guest. Let me hop on real quick. And I'm like, all right, yeah, we getting to the point. Y'all might have to throw us some cheddar or something, you know what I'm saying?
We getting to the bag.
Yeah, man. Definitely. This episode really is going to be focused more so on the podcast, man. We ain't really had the opportunity to sit down and tell y'all our ideas and what we talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we had the official launch a few weeks ago, and you know, it was a good time, and I had a good night. I know the people was having a good night, and we just basically wanted to see what it was like to take the podcast on the road, man. And Cuzzo, why don't you tell them a little bit about what was going on that night?
I'll tell you what it was, man. It was really a ploy for me to try to see who all was really vibing with me in the city. So I did a little. I didn't want to spend my birthday alone. Last year I was in New York for my birthday, so it was only a few friends and a few family. I had a good time, but this year in 2019 I wanted to see if I could get some real live stimulus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some stimulated, this vibe going on. And so I threw a party. And I said, not to just throw a party, let me do it with some of my projects that I got involved. And so that's, of course, how the Real got involved in it. And I also wanted to make a milestone. I wanted to be like, a comedy is like one of my fashions and fetishes.
Yeah.
Lil Duval, we grew up together, and he's been a comedic influence for a long time and basically a comedy icon. And so it kind of makes me feel a particular way. So I was like, okay, for this particular birthday, let me get past that. Let me at least try to do what I've been trying to do for years and what I let my homeboy do respectfully. And so we did that. And musically, I have some songs out. I had songs on several soundtracks, specifically Stomp the Yard Part 2.
Yeah.
David Banner gave me a bunch of beats, a bunch of looks, and I put down on one of them. I came up with a song. That song got like 50, 100,000 views and plays. So I just wanted to, let people know I do music as well. And personally, I got things going on in my personal life that I'm like wanting to address and wanting to situate. So I just brought all that to one particular event platform, and that's how we came up with the last thing that we did, man. So this right here is just converse about that.
Yeah, basically, man, and just to summarize and tell y'all what y'all missed out on if you wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? It was a party, it was lit, and like you said, man, he did some comedy, did some music. He was gracious enough to let me co-host it with him, and we did have a terrible DJ on staff. I just wanted to plug that in there real quick. I don't know if he gonna listen or not.
My apologies, dog.
I'm hollering at him real quick. But look, man, it was a good event. You even have, Ron Nico the Realist?
Yeah.
He pulled up real quick. He did his thing, too.
He was doing some comedy. I was supposed to have Fats. He didn't show up. And they were supposed to be my go-to guys. Like, I was supposed to just come out. This is the whole thing. I'm going to be honest with y'all. So I wasn't really confident in my comedic routine, my act, so to speak. So, I put some things in place to be able to support if indeed I was unsuccessful at making people laugh. So I put Ronico, I put Fats on the bill to come on after me. I was just going to be like, hey, all right, y'all ready for y'all next act? Come on, y'all ready up? Say yeah. I was going to do that and bring one of them out if I wasn't funny. But come to find out, I was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, people was rocking with you. And me, I was, behind you, watching it. But I could see everybody, reacting with you and interacting with you. And they was really vibing with you, bro. So I know you did your thing up there and you was actually funny, bro. A lot of people might go up there and bomb the shit, you know what I'm saying? But you came up there, you was saying some current shit about your outfit, because a lot of people might just use some same old recycled material, don't get the crowd involved, and you did a good job of getting them involved and talk about things that was relevant, bro. So I commend you for that. One, having the courage to go out there and do the thing, but actually going out there and being good at it. So shout out to you, bro.
All I wanted to do. Like I said, it was so much going on in my personal life, man. And not even aside from the event, And up until the second I went out, I was like, man, I can't do it, man. I don't have my stuff together. I'm not doing it how I want to do it. People that I want here, not here. People that I want to stay, trying to leave. People that I want to be here, on their way. It was a mess, man. But I had to get it. I had to do it. That's the only present I wanted to myself, was just to say I could go out here and say I'm supposed to make people laugh. You know what I mean? Because it's been something that, and what you'll hear in my act, because we're going to definitely put it on a special. Like, I'm definitely going to re-record it and do it, like, you know, with the intent of people understanding my, you know, delivery and my content. And so we'll do it again. But the fact that I just went out there and did it, bro, was all I needed, man. It was under tremendous amount of just uncomfortable scrutiny, and just, it was hard to do, but I did it, and I'm proud of that, man.
And a lot of people don't really understand the confidence and the bravery it takes to go out there and do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially comedy.
Years. It took me 20, 30 years, dog, to get out there, man. I know I had a talent. I've even groomed other talent. I've been the manager, the coach, I played on teams of funny people. But to be the quarterback and to be the GM and the
owner,
CEO of comedy, I haven't done it, and it felt good to step out there, man. So again, we definitely got some things we're gonna do to develop that. But primarily, it was just to establish me as a personality, to get you all familiar with what I do and what you can expect on the show. I'm glad Dev was there. He hosted. He did a great job. He even brought his girl.
Appreciate it, yeah.
His girl held it down for us. And so we was able to make a good night out of what would normally, from just looking at it, I mean, we had everything against us.
Yeah, for sure.
The DJ definitely, who was supposed to be the DJ, backed out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just me being prepared, I wasn't able, based on personal situations. Just the posters and the banners and all that was getting printed the day of.
Yeah.
The backdrop was getting dropped off that day.
Yeah.
It was just like, all the things you could think of that could go wrong went wrong, but you wouldn't have been able to tell that at the actual event.
Yeah,
so
and I don't think anybody got that vibe at all. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Again, this was before anybody even know that I was involved in the event. You know what I'm saying? This was before I got brought out as a co-host or whatever. People was having a good time, man, and I was in the crowd watching people laughing, smiling, listening to the music, even though it cut off like every 10 minutes. The people was having a good time, man, and that's really what it's about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Obstacles gonna be ran into. You know what I'm saying? Shit's gonna pop up, but it's how you get through that adversity. You know what I'm saying? And get through those bullshit scenarios is how you get better as an individual. And a lot of people, again, don't understand. It's very, very difficult to put on and participate in an event. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might just put an event together. You know what I'm saying? They're not participating in it all. They're not the act. They're not the comedian. They're not the host or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just putting this shit apart together. They usually bring someone in for that. But when you doing all that, you got the triple double. You doing everything. You know what I'm saying? You got your hand in every part of the promotion of it, getting the signs together, inviting the people out there. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is good with the venue, hosting, mingling with people, performing. You know what I'm saying? Making sure your act is together. That's a lot of shit to deal with, man. And I've only done a performance one time, and I'll tell you, it was a stressful scenario because
just performing, right?
Yeah, just performing. No comedy, no comedy, no.
I got two different types of performances. I gotta be funny, and I gotta make sure these people like my songs.
That's a lot of stress.
It was unbelievable.
It's a lot, yeah.
It was unbelievable. And again, these songs are old songs, so they're not really vibing with the current. These jokes are brand new.
Hey, but first of all, music is timeless. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a Pac song, like I could listen to that shit whether it came out 30 years ago or if it came out yesterday, I would still bump it. You know what I'm saying? And it's again with the comedy shit too. I don't even think Delirious was out when I was born yet with Eddie Murphy, but I had watched it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Again, shit like that is timeless, man. And again, you going out there and everything, things being against the odds and all the stress on your shoulders. Again, you handle yourself very well, man. So I commend you for that, bro.
Thank you, my brother, man. Thank you for being a supportive,
of course,
cast member, man.
Of
Half
course.
of the whole Dev and Deville show. And this has been something I've been trying to do for a long time, but it just took somebody like you and you know, and just that energy to get it off into the atmosphere, man. So I'm definitely grateful. So if you missed it, we started off with just a happy hour. It was like downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It was like happy hour, mix and mingle, like just music and food. We had like a Mexican taco bar. So people was really feeling that. We had like chicken, beef, and shrimp, and just different types of eatery that you can get involved in to set the tone and all that. And that was cool. That part went great. Of course, I was still stressing, and because I didn't see people I was trying to see. I did not have my routine together. The DJ was just off doing different things. Shout out his name is DJ Cooley. He's a pretty good DJ, but I met him at a football game. Yeah. And so you have so much going on at a football game.
He could have had an off night. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? I hate to jump to conclusions too much, bro.
It was
I hate to be
not
critical,
what I
but
wanted or expected, and I was not happy. But he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he was cool.
He got his money. I'm just telling you how I met him. I met him at a football game, and he was just able to keep some music going during, during plays and all that. But that's nothing like keeping a crowd going.
Not at all. Because you
vibe.
really just playing music for the timeouts and in between halftime and things like that. And again, you just cut it off. You're not really doing no transitions or nothing. It was
not what I had expected or wanted, but we made it work. And so, with that being said, again, I had about 6 or 7 different outfits I wanted to put on.
Yeah, my man's was changing a lot. Yes, gotta have that though. You gotta have that.
Yeah, I wanted to put on a show. I mean, I was definitely focused on the show part of it. I was ready, but I never did carve out time for my actual act. Mm-hmm. All my songs was impromptu. All my jokes was just things that I possibly said I possibly could say. So I was totally off, you know what I mean? But nobody pretty much knew that. But again, the thing was, we started out with a happy hour, and then the next thing I did was, I'm a teacher, right? You know that, right, Dad?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm a male teacher. I'm a black male teacher. It's not a lot of us. So with this event, with this launch event, that's why I tried to pool everything together. I was like, okay, it's a lot of dudes out here. Not a lot, but it's enough dudes out here who do what I do and love what they do like I love it. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to bring a couple of those to the table. And so after the mix and mingle and the happy hour, eat what you want to eat, drink what you're going to drink thing, I was like, let me bring out some dudes who handle business the way I handle it. So I brought out a principal. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He wear his grill. He got a gold grill just like me. He smokes cigars. He got a beautiful wife, beautiful family, in tune to the streets. But, at the same time, his real gig is he's a principal of an elementary school. And, he did his thing. He was representing for guys who want to advance the best foot forward for the culture as far as guys. And so I brought up Mr. Dr. Frank Graham. He's a doctor, graduated from BCU.
Okay.
Bethune-Cookman, and he's now a principal at a school, and his school is projected to do, great compared to some of the things that's been going on in the district. I had another guy. He was voted Teacher of the Year at his school, which is hard. If you know anything about being a man, it's hard to be a Teacher of the Year if you're a man. I guarantee you, go on DCPS right now, look up Teacher of the Year. It's probably only one man, and I guarantee you he's not black.
Probably.
I guarantee you there's no black male that was even nominated for the top 15 Teachers of the Year.
Yeah, probably not.
So I took it upon myself to invite a guy. His name was Khalifa. He's over that West Side High School. Imagine what he's doing for high school males, bro. But I had to acknowledge him, and I brought him on. Javaro Giles, another guy. They're all from BCU. I'm from FAMU, but I let BCU shine that night because, hey, that was the closest in proximity, doing what I agree with.
Yeah, I got you.
Love the kids, teach the kids. You know what I'm saying? Hold them accountable, demand expectations and results. Those BCU, Wildcats, they did that, and I highlight.